Yo, what up, bitches? Zon Lovitz here. Having my morning chai. Um, I'm making this video at my office where I work, my parents' office. Have a little bit of downtime here in between clients, so. But I want to talk about something real fucking shitty that happened. So basically, and for those of you who don't know, I'm going to release this video simultaneously. I've been meaning to release a video talking about this crazy psycho SJW guy who's been harassing me for like over almost a year, honestly. And this is the latest chapter, and he's reported YouTube videos, like that video I made about my third wave feminism video getting reported. That was him. He creates multiple accounts to downvote my videos, like my Simplicius Complex full album video had like eight, 9 dislikes, and most of it I'm pretty sure was like this guy on multiple accounts because he's I've seen him under different accounts, including a parody name called Xylo Woberts. So I wouldn't put it past this guy. He's just has all the fucking time in the world to create these multiple accounts, and it's a long story. He's this crazy psycho SJW guy from Pittsburgh that I used to know. Anyway, I'll explain further in the other video. I don't want to get too much into it here. In a day or two, I'll be releasing this stuff simultaneously. But the latest chapter is like, this guy is like so fucking pathetic that you know you've trumped someone. You know you've one-upped someone intellectually, artistically, whatever. When they can't face you face to face, you know what I mean? You know, like this guy is like this like pathetic noise guy, like in the scene. You know, he knows he can't compare to me musically. Okay, he knows he can't match wits with me. It's not like we could just throw down and have like a fucking freestyle. Like he can't compete with me intellectually. He can't compete with me musically. He can't compete with me lyrically or artistically in general. You know, um, he makes no attempt to really debate. Comment on what I'm saying in my ideas, like an analysis video. He doesn't make any attempt to sort of refute my ideas with logic. He doesn't make any attempt to like counter the music I make, with something equally profound because he knows that he can't. He's a fucking hack. He makes no attempt to actually counter me in a rational sort of way. And instead, as a way to get back at me, he will report my videos to YouTube. And the latest thing that happened, real fucking shitty. He managed to get my fucking Bandcamp deleted, terminated. It's gone. My Bandcamp is gone. This Bandcamp that I've had for like 6-7 years. And here's the backstory. Well, for starters, I'm not really surprised because Bandcamp has been showing signs of being the next in line to be going down the censorship route. I've heard a few stories of like people's accounts being terminated for no reason because their music was like a bit Kekistani-esque, or something they said in their music was like not politically correct. So there's been signs of that for a while, but I've also seen things on Bandcamp lately where they keep making this advertisement saying like, get out there and vote, liberals, because the current government, doesn't want you to vote. So there you go. That should be a sign that, of where they're leaning. But whatever, it's a free country. But I mean, like, in this day and age, like, when you're a big site like that, like a Bandcamp, and you're showing your callers, your political callers, like, that's kind of a bad sign. That's a sign that there's probably going to be some censorship and oppression going on. So yeah, this Bandcamp my record label, Telestic Records, that I've had since like early, like January 2012. Never had any fucking problems, never had any fucking complaints, ever. And now this motherfucker, this SJW troll who's been like harassing me and stalking me for like almost a fucking year. Here's what happened. Somebody bought my new album, The Simplicius Complex, on there. So I researched. Was like, who's this? Like Brother Macabre or something. And I look into it, and on the guy's like collection, like in Bandcamp, there's like, in Bandcamp, you have, if you want, you can advertise publicly all the collections that you have of your music, and whether you make comments on the music or not. Okay. Now he made a on this guy who bought my album. He made a comment on one of Jonathan Hodges, this SJW guy's stuff, praising it, talking it up and stuff. And I was like, okay, well that's suspect. If this guy who claims to be Jonathan Hodges, like one of his best friends, bought my album, and Jonathan Hodges is like my mortal fucking enemy, like that's suspicious. So in hindsight, maybe this wasn't the smartest idea. I looked in to see who this guy was. Turned out he was a guy named Zach Paulson. And I asked around on Minds, like, who is this guy? Like, he bought my album. And I think it's suspicious, considering he's, like, best friend of, like, a mortal enemy of mine. I was, like, concerned, like, is this going to be some sort of attempt to, like, I don't know, like, at best, like, I think, like, it could have been indication that they were going to, like, take my copyrighted work and, corrupt it and, like, turn it into garbage and sort of and make a parody out of it or something like that. So, I was kind of concerned. But I also thought that like maybe it might be some sort of attempt to, like, because it was like Halloween and this guy is into like voodoo and shit, and like I figured like they might try to like do some weird sound wave voodoo shit. So I don't know. They're fucking idiots. So I made a simple post like asking who this guy was, because it was suspicious to me. And next thing I know, like Hodges must be fucking following me on Minds. Next thing I know, my account's fucking terminated. No fucking warning. They nothing. They didn't even give me a fucking chance to be like, if this were like say theoretically like the tables were turned and like it was like this like stereotypically like generic far left art leaning artist or someone who does really well for the platform, has like millions of fans and stuff like that, but also happens to be like far left leaning. I mean, both of those together, like it's a winning combination. What if something like this happened like that? Like there was some issue where he was concerned about this person who bought their album, and he just made an innocent like social media post about it. And do you think they would fucking delete his account? Do you think they would like just automatically terminate it like after fucking years and years of fucking service? No. They would be like, hey, hey dude, like love your music, you do really well for the platform, helping us out and shit, but you're not supposed to do this, bud. It's kind of against the rules. And be like, oh, okay, I didn't know. Because sometimes people didn't know. I didn't fucking know. I didn't fucking know it was against the rules to like, to talk about someone who like bought my album. You know what I mean? That's kind of a weird rule. It's a privacy violation. Like, what the fuck? But instead of if I were a more popular artist, like stereotypically far left leaning or whatever, like they probably wouldn't have done shit. They would have given me like a warning or something. And now my account that I've had for like 7 years, never any fucking complaints. I've got like about a dozen albums on there and like some singles and shit too. No fucking warning. They just up and fucking terminate my account. Now isn't that some fucking bullshit? And I know it was Hodges. Like he's trying so fucking hard and pathetically to like try to attempt to just destroy my life, and it's just so fucking stupid. It's just so fucking telling of how worthless, talentless, little fucking pathetic piece of shit this guy is. that he'll fucking go to this extent to like report my videos, like create mass accounts to downvote, and now fucking try to get my fucking Bandcamp deleted. It's just pathetic. But what do you expect in this modern day society? So the good news is that like it doesn't fucking affect me. Like it kind of pissed me off, but it's not gonna fucking stop me. If anything, like it's gonna just what like he fucking knows like how like volatile and like how like stubborn I am about this shit. Does he honestly think this is gonna fucking stop me? Like Hodges, if you're fucking watching this, do you honestly fucking think this is gonna stop me? You're a fucking moron, dude. You're a fucking pussy ass idiot. If anything, this is gonna push me to like take this shit even more seriously, to provoke even fucking more. Like, so I've got, I have a friend who has a Bandcamp, and we're in talks about, putting my stuff on there. So that's one thing that's likely going to happen. I'm also going to be putting, as much of my stuff as possible on SoundCloud, which I already have a SoundCloud, and I have a decent amount of views on there too, about like 500 to 600 followers. So I'm going to be putting as much of my music on there as possible, upping my SoundCloud account. So my music is there's still a lot of my music on there, but I'm going to be putting as many of my whole albums on there as I can. So that's 2. 3, I'm going to be putting as many of my albums and music onto YouTube. I've got a fair amount on there, but I'm going to put even more. In the next month or 2, I'm going to have all my albums up there, like Design of the Enemy, Expanding Squares, Neuron Observer, and of course Simply Case Complex, etc. So all that's coming onto YouTube and BitChute by proxy. And I'm also looking into like creating a website, possibly through Wix, but maybe through this anti-censorship site that I found. And they also, both sites allow music hosting. So that's something that's likely to happen. So I've got fucking options. I'm putting my stuff out there, and this isn't gonna fucking stop me. It's not gonna fucking hold me back. You're not fucking pulling a fast one on me, you fucking moron. And that's just it. I still have my mines. 1,500 fucking plus subs on there, way more than this fucking dickless eunuch will ever have. I still got my Steemit. I'm gradually rising on there. I'm doing okay. So yeah, it did fucking annoy me when you got my Bandcamp deleted, but when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade, and I'm persevering, like I'm pursuing other options. So you ain't shit, bitch. Okay, you ain't fucking shit. See you later, bitches. Oh yeah, here's the other thing. If you like that video, why don't you subscribe right here where my hands are doing this thing? And right up here is another fucking video. It's either going to be a discussion video or a music video or a fucking skit video. And right here is the same thing. Alright, subscribe, bitches!